name's Tierney. You found your way back to Embodied Grace Yoga, and we are talking today about dispelling myths. Dispelling myths. Hold on. Before we jump into things, do you have something to drink? If you don't, pause this video for a second, go get something to drink, coffee, tea, juice, water, something along that variety. Let's try to avoid the alcoholic beverages for a second. Totally up to you if you want one, but you know, we're trying to stay clear-minded here because we are talking about meditation today. So go grab your drink, pause this, come right back. We're gonna get right into it.
Oh, while we're here, you may as well subscribe. So you see that little button down there? It should be right next to the Embodied Grace Yoga name. Yeah, go ahead and click that. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. It's just juice, but you know, I love juice. And then I treated myself this time because normally I've been trying to drink more water. But if you haven't been drinking any water today, that's your reminder. Go drink some water. Anywho, hi, my name is Tierney, and you have found your way back to Embodied Grace Yoga, and today we're talking all about dispelling myths about meditation. In the 10-ish years that I have been teaching yoga, I have heard a lot of stories about people's challenges with meditation, why they won't do it, or why they struggle with it, and I have heard 3 that are the most popular, and we're going to talk about those today. Because you can have a very fulfilling meditation practice regardless of where you're starting, as long as you change your mindset about it. So to begin, the very first myth, you're supposed to quiet your mind. And I don't want to say this is not true, but I want to say you don't have to, especially starting out. Knowing that we live in a society where we are constantly processing thought, there's stimulation all over the place, and we're more than likely just overwhelmed by it all of the time. We've got to-do lists running through our heads, we've got chores that need to be done at home, making, schedules and following all of these things, and it's a lot to juggle. And when you get the moment to sit and meditate, you're probably still processing all of that stuff internally. And I want you to know that's okay. Meditation, just like anything else, is a practice. You are not going to be some rock star meditator that can sit for 2, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours and just meditate. It takes time, it takes practice. And one way that you can get started is by following one of the limbs, dharana, which is single pointed focus. And that is a really, really great way to start because it makes you focus on just one thing. And a lot of times it's really easy to start with the breath. So if you are just getting into a meditation practice and you notice, oh man, every time I sit here and try to meditate and process these thoughts, all of them flood me. Start with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Just keep focusing on inhale and exhale because that's the one thing you are doing repeatedly. Keep that focus right there. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Notice what's going on with your inhale and exhale. See how long you can inhale versus how long you can exhale. Maybe add a little hold between each inhale and exhale. Whatever it is, but let that be the one thing that you focus on. And then as you start to grow your practice, you'll start to notice your mind may drift to other things, but try to make it so that it's focused on one particular thought. Because a lot of times when you do start with that single pointed focus, your mind may go into other places and start thinking of other things. And if you notice there's a particular theme, that could be your new focus. It's totally up to you. And there are so many different ways that you can meditate, which we'll be going over in this channel in future videos. But if you want to know more about dharana, I do go over it briefly in the 8 limbs intro video. That'll be posted up at the top where you can review any of that information and learn a little bit more about that particular limb. And I'll have another more in-depth video coming soon. The next myth that I hear a lot is that your meditation practice should be super long. And no, it doesn't have to be either. This can be whatever it is that you need it to be. I tend to meditate for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes top, because that's all I can handle most days. I have a lot going on in my life, and sometimes finding the time to even sit down and take that moment to just really be with myself and have that single pointed focus is a lot. But what helps me is setting a timer. So that way I know that I have reached my goal of the day, and it allows me to be able to fit it in where I need to fit it in, but also work in increments and start improving from there. So if you're just starting out and you think that meditating for 30 minutes is too damn long, it is. It's a long time. 30 minutes is a long time to just sit and just be with your own brain. And it's scary for some of us. I know it is for me, because I avoided meditation like you would not believe for a very long time. All right, sorry, we had to shift a little bit because it's starting to get dark and I was losing my light. Anyway, but yes, a timer is a great place to start, and start with 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes of you sitting with your breath and letting your mind calm down. Maybe not quiet, but calm down. Because with that single pointed focus, you're starting to ease the thought process a lot more than if you're just seated watching TV or scrolling the internet. You know, it's a little bit easier to be able to quiet things down without thinking that it has to be completely silent in there. That'll come. That will come. But it's all a practice. Again, like I mentioned before, no one expects you to be an expert all-star at these things right away. Practice at it. Start with the 5 minutes, then move up to 8, then move up to 10. However you want to do the increments. And if you notice a particular type of meditation just isn't working for you, try something else. We'll be going over different types of meditation throughout this channel as well. So look for those videos if you notice that just seated and breathing is not necessarily the way that you are able to meditate effectively. And finally, my favorite myth, because it plagued me for a long time, still plagues me sometimes, is I can't meditate because I fall asleep every time that I do. And I'm going to tell you this. The reason you're likely falling asleep is because in that meditation is the only time you've given yourself to truly rest. And your body craves it deeply. So if you are much more well rested, you will find that your meditation practice becomes a little bit easier because your body's not seeking these pockets of stillness to find that rest and sleep. And again, dharana, great place to practice this ability to keep your mind focused on something so that way it doesn't completely shut down and put you in sleep mode. So dharana is the star of the show here. Finding a place to focus on one thing for small increments of time and let them grow as you graduate into your practice is a great place to start to get rid of these myths about meditation, to invite a much more fulfilling practice and give you the opportunity to really experience what meditation can truly do for you. Because as you start to grow into your practice, you'll notice that your mind is a lot quieter as you start to grow into your practice, and even just outside of meditation. When you meditate for longer periods of time or consistently, your mind is so much more clear. You're able to process thought without them all getting jumbled up in here and bouncing all over the place, fighting with each other for dominance. You'll be able to organize your thoughts so much better. And it's truly a magical experience, and I am excited to help you guys along that journey as well. We will have some guided meditations and some meditation music at different time intervals, so that way if you're just starting out your meditation practice, we'll have 5-minute meditations, we'll have 10-minute meditations, we'll have 30-minute, 45-minute to hours, however you need it. We've got something here for you. All right, y'all. That was all of the myths that I have for you today. Just wanted to pop in real quick and give you this because I want these things to be addressed early on before we really get into the rest of these practices, because if you're not able to be open to all of the ways that this can benefit you, it's going to be a challenge to be able to accept and adapt to the things that you will learn here. So take this information, think about it some more, and think of some other myths that you've heard and question that, and then add them in the comments so that we can start a little discussion about it, because I think that would be really fun. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to follow or subscribe, I guess. I forget what platform I'm on. Be sure to subscribe if you would like to come back for any future videos that I will be hosting. And I look forward to continuing this learning journey with you. See you later. Bye.